man, I think everybody need to pump their brakes on the Shedeur Sanders hype starting QB1. Because in this video, man, I'm going to break down why Shedeur Sanders is going to have an uphill battle to climb in this quarterback room battle for the Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
I'm terrific, I'm finessing in that kitchen, dead Fisher. Don't yellow call it something like or Indiana Pacers or Reggie Miller. I'm in that bit like a mad.
So I've been seeing a lot of content creators, mainstream guys. You got guys like on Club Shay. I mean, just all across the YouTube atmosphere and in the internet saying that word is that Shedeur Sanders is going to be pretty much likely QB1 for the Cleveland Browns. And in my opinion, man, I think this is just not accurate in a sense of, you know, when you just look at how the grand scheme of how things went with the draft and then just as a totality of Shedeur Sanders, man. And I want to break down a video that Chris Carter did on his platform, Full Loaded. We're going to break this thing down line by line. And basically, he's just going to just, you know, tell you why I think this is going to most likely happen with Shedeur.
It should be the starter if you look at potential, understanding the NFL offenses. Gabriel's a third-round pick. Why wouldn't he be the backup? Flacco is an emergency, a Band-Aid. If you start hemorrhaging out blood and everything, Flacco can stop the bleed. But Shedeur, he's got 2 speeding tickets. Like when he came into the locker room, we'd be talking about, hey, listen, hey, dumbass.
I'd be like, hey,
this is the kind of stuff.
So now this is what Chris Carter is saying. Now this guy, NFL Hall of Fame legend, he's basically telling you how guys gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at everything he said so far in this video, I mean, it's accurate. Okay, they drafted Joe. I mean, they went and got Joe Flacco in the offseason. They went and drafted Dylan Gabriel as a 3rd-round pick. Now I get it. Shedeur Sanders may be more talented than Dylan Gabriel, but the franchise invested a 3rd-round pick. And if you know anything about draft picks, the picks from the 1st through the 3rd are basically fundamental pieces that's going to build your roster. Anything out to, like, you know, the 4th, later picks, you know, you're really fighting and battling for a job. But for someone to invest a 3rd-round pick in you, that means that they seen some value in you to say, hey, you may be a backup or you're going to be a part of this team moving forward. So you have to look at that. And then also, too, Joe Flacco, he's a veteran quarterback, guy who's been around, won a Super Bowl. So we forget about that with Joe Flacco, even though he's old, but he's been around. So you have to look at that in consideration. We're going to finish playing this video here.
Get your cut. He's the only 5th-rounder that we're talking about. The police video camera wouldn't have been on, all those things. But what you get paid in the attention, is it fair? No, it ain't fair. But what you get paid ain't fair either. And anybody would be willing to take it.
So that's what Chris Carter said on his podcast, Fully Loaded. And like I said, I gotta agree with him on those. He make valid points, man. You know, the speeding ticket. Now you got 2 speeding tickets. I mean, that's going to take into consideration. You could be lighting it up on the field. People don't want you to be drawing attention to you. Like I say, you're a 5th-round pick. You got to go into the locker room with your head down, humble, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I come to work. And I'm not saying he hasn't been doing that, because all signs of it during out the OTAs and everything that he was doing that. Just, you know, going by his business. But when you have to look at the totality of things, man, when you look at it, man, the pads ain't came on. Pads about to come on, I want to say this week coming up. Training camp starts in most places. So, I mean, we're going to see what the real deal is, you know, throwing against, you know, in shorts and things like that. Oh, it's all good. But when you put those pads on, 11 on 11, y'all hitting, things are going to be a little different. And I think, you know, we don't know, it hasn't been confirmed who he was doing the reps with in practice at OTAs. Was he doing reps with the 1s or the 2s or the backups? What? We don't know. We just know that, hey, he had productive practices and they've been keeping a whole storyline about this thing. But I do feel like, you know, Shedeur Sanders is going to have the biggest challenge of any of these rookie quarterbacks coming in to start. With just what, you know, what's on the roster, you know what I'm saying? And you got 2 veteran guys in Kenny Pickett and guys like Joe Flacco that have played. And if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I'm fighting for my job this year. So I got to put the best person on the field. Now, if Shedeur Sanders is the best person, I do see him being on the field, but I don't see it right away happening. You know, the start of the season, I mean, if the season's going like out of control and maybe they need like a spark, I think I see him going in that role. Hey, let's get to see if the kid can give us a spark. But again, Dylan Gabriel is going to get more of a shine before he do, in my opinion, because they invested more money in here, and he's probably more of a guaranteed lock to make the roster versus Shedeur Sanders. You know, he's a 5th round pick, and this guy could get cut, or I could see a scenario where a team get desperate, quarterback get injured, and they may trade for Shedeur Sanders because the Browns have his rights. So I can see a scenario like that. But I don't know right away with all the hype and everybody keep talking about, oh man, he gonna be QB1, did this, all these content creators making this news, this content. I just don't see it, moving like right now. I just don't see it. And then it was very telling because Shannon Sharp and Chad Ocho, they did a nightcap with Jerry Jeudy, and you can see they were trying to get them to try to get Jerry Jeudy to like make a decision or try to like lean towards Shedeur. Although he praised Shedeur, he praised all the quarterbacks, but he made it very clear like I have nothing to do with that decision on who gonna be the starting quarterback, because he knows that he want the best guy out there. He don't care about what the prime sexuals think that he's supposed to be out there. He want the best guy that can help him win. So he's not going to sit here and knock Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, or Dylan Gabriel, because at the end of the day, as a wide receiver, he understands the assignment that, hey, I want the best person that can get me the ball. And if that's Joe Flacco, I want him out there. If that's Kenny Pickett, I want him out there. So you know what I'm saying? But I kind of felt like, and I want you guys to go back and watch that interview. I'm not going to play it here on this, but I'll put the link in the description for you guys to check that interview out too, so you can form your own opinion. But again, man, I say all this to say is just that, we have to pump our brakes on Shedeur, man. Let him go through training camp first before we start making a decision or saying things like he's going to be QB1. Because like I said again, man, he has a whole uphill battle to climb, man. You got 3 quarterbacks that the franchise felt like was better than you. They invested more in you, and you're gonna have to beat that. And so, me personally, I just don't think I see him starting right away. But get in the comment section, let me know your thoughts, man. Do you think he could be week 1 starter, or if you don't think he could be week 1 starter, put in the comment section which week you think he's gonna start. It's your boy Joe, one half of the Co-Pilots Podcast, man. I thank you guys, love you guys, peace.